Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for being with us tonight. Scott Dennis has the night off. Our top story this evening, another bombshell tweet by the president. President Trump announcing today on Twitter that transgender people will no longer be able to serve in the U.S. military in any capacity. The surprising announcement comes after the Trump administration delayed enacting the Obama-era policy that allowed openly transgender people to join the military. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick explains how veterans and the LGBT community feel about this decision tonight. Jess.
Haley, just last year, the Obama administration approved a policy allowing transgender individuals to serve openly in the military. It was in a year-long review process, and the Trump administration delayed implementing it just last month. Then today, the surprising announcement comes to take away transgender rights from what some argue is the largest employer for transgender people in the country.
Past, present, and future service members, be they trans or cisgender, deserve better.
The LGBT community is outraged, while some veterans are comforted by the idea of keeping transgendered soldiers out.
I hope that people stand behind Donald Trump and what he's doing.
Contrasting views and opinions sweep the nation after Americans woke up on Wednesday to a series of tweets from President Trump. He says, after consultation with my generals and military experts, please be advised that the United States government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the U.S. military. Our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and disruption that the transgender in the military would entail. Thank you. The military community is standing behind President Trump. Sarasota's VFW releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "We support our commander-in-chief, the Department of Defense, and others in our chain of command."
I think it would affect the spirit of corps, and it would be counterproductive.
Local veterans speaking out with aligning views.
I think they ought to keep it don't ask, don't tell, like the way it is, because I think a lot of guys would have issue with it, you know, in close quarters and you know, using the restrooms and the same bathrooms and everything.
On the flip side of the coin, the local LGBT community calls this a step back for equal rights for all Americans.
Just like any service member, a trans person is going to need medical care. You know, would we turn away a service member because they have asthma? It's just a part of that person.
A 2016 RAND study estimates between 1,300 and 6,600 active duty transgender people. The same study estimated between 30 and 140 hormone treatments for service members each year, along with 25 to 130 gender transition related surgeries.
You know, not every trans person wants surgical interventions.
Healthcare is estimated to cost between $2 and $8 million. While it's reportedly an exceedingly small portion of total health care expenditures, according to the study.
Now, according to ABC News, the staff at the Pentagon seemed to be caught off guard by the president's tweets. A spokesperson for the Pentagon says he's working with the White House to address what he calls new guidance from the president. Haley.
Thank you, Jess. Now to some breaking news out of Washington. Another setback to the GOP plan to repeal Obamacare. The Senate just rejected a Republican plan that would have repealed the Affordable Care Act and delayed replacing it. This comes as 7 Republicans joined all of the Senate Democrats in a 45-55 vote defeating the plan. It was the second setback the GOP has suffered this week in trying to overhaul health care. New developments tonight in a 4-year-old unsolved murder case in Manatee County. Sheriff's deputies say they've arrested Andres Callazos in connection with the death of Yasmin Catano. Catano was found shot to death in her home on 36th Street West in Bradenton on June 23rd, 2013. Detectives have been investigating the case for 4 years. They recently obtained an arrest warrant for Callazos, who was a former boyfriend of the victim. Callazos fled to the country of Colombia after Catano's death. He was taken into custody in that country yesterday. Right now, it's unknown when Callazos will be returned to Manatee County. A convicted triple murderer is getting more prison time. Andres Avalos Jr. has taken a plea deal for the attempted murder of a fellow inmate while he was awaiting trial at the Manatee County Jail. As part of the deal, 15 more years were added to his prison sentence. In May, Avalos was found guilty of first-degree murder in the fatal shootings of his neighbor, Denise Potter, and the Reverend James Tripp Battle. The jury also found him guilty of second-degree murder for the death of his wife, Amber Avalos. Avalos was sentenced to 3 life prison terms without the possibility of parole. A follow-up now on that disturbing video of a small shark being dragged across the water. The video has since gone viral and has triggered outrage not only in the fishing community but the community at large. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is now investigating. The agency released a statement today saying that they've identified the individuals in the video and would like to thank the public for their assistance. Their names, however, have not been released. One shark expert from Mote Marine says he just hopes the animal was dead before it was dragged.
This was torture, plain and simple. I mean, there's no doubt that that animal was in distress. It couldn't breathe properly that way if it was still alive.
FWC officials say that it is too early to speculate what, if any, violations took place during this incident. Very upsetting, but now we're going to head over to Bob and take a look at our forecast.
Thanks, Haley. An afternoon of very warm temperatures, lots of sunshine out there, not many storms to cool us down as it has been over the past couple of days now. You can see a few showers and a few isolated thunderstorms well inland. Not much at all going along the coastline. One lone storm popping up just to the northwest of Punta Gorda. There was some earlier near Northport, but that has since moved on. You can see that activity as well just to the east of Punta Gorda, and then some heavier weather in the interior portions of our viewing area. And we saw that yesterday where Arcadia had nearly 2 inches of rainfall in the late afternoon and evening. Temperatures have been the big story, low 90s. That's not too unusual. It's fairly close to a seasonal average, but you have to factor in what it feels like out there with the humidity, and it feels like 98, 102 in Key West, and 102 in Orlando. A little bit hotter as you get away from the water. It feels like temperature in Northport now 107. Wauchula at 105. Well, currently at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, we have some sunshine and 91 degrees. The dew point is at 71, and the dew point temperature, I should say, is 71. Winds are out of the west at 13 miles an hour. We'll have more on your weather coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Bob. The plan to build 2 new pools and a water complex in North Manatee County is now moving forward. The county and the city of Palmetto are collaborating on this project at Lincoln Park. The plan is to open 2 pools, one for the competition, the other for swimming lessons, drowning prevention, and exercise therapy programs. The project would cost around $3 million. The city of Palmetto has agreed to pay $850,000 for the complex. Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant says the facility is desperately needed.
It's a necessity. Kids need to learn how to swim, and so we finally come to the point where the county and the city are collaborating on it, and so our city commission in conjunction with Manatee County has reached something of a conceptual agreement.
A Manatee County commissioner recently suggested that the water complex be named after Snooty, the beloved manatee who died just a few days ago. However, city and county leaders have not yet decided on a name. Now to an update on 2 popular events in our area. Charlotte County is giving the Inglewood Beach Water Fest $50,000 worth of in-kind services. $30,000 will also go toward the Florida International Air Show at the Punta Gorda Airport. Commissioners say both events are positive economic generators for the area. The air show takes place October 13th through the 15th. The Water Fest happens November 17th through the 19th. And still to come on your Suncoast News, the end of an era. In Sarasota, the church that started the first drive-in services comes crashing down. And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast, plus some help getting in those needed workouts. How an app created by a local man is helping people find fitness buddies. That's coming up in Health Smart.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
The ballet stars of tomorrow are training right here on the Suncoast. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. The Sarasota Ballet brings their prestigious summer intensive program to our stage to preview their weekend performance. We'll meet this weekend's McCurdy's comedy headliner, plus more good news about Goodwill, helping our community, and brand new summer shrimp recipes in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs. Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Explore amazing merchants on the Suncoast. Find great prices, products, and services. Go to mysuncoast.com to buy local today.
For the last decade, SNS Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
A piece of Suncoast history is being torn down. Crews are in the middle of demolishing the Whitfield Presbyterian Church on North Tamiami Trail. It's a sad sight for many people who live in the area who remember the church back in its heyday. It opened in the 1950s as the first drive-in church in the country. Members could pull up behind the church and then stay in their car and listen to the service through the speakers, just like a drive-in movie.
It was always a joke that they could sit there in their jammies and eat their breakfast and have kids playing in the car or sleeping or something like that and still be able to go to church on a Sunday morning.
The church continued to do those drive-in services until the end of 2015, but the congregation size was dwindling and church staff had a difficult time maintaining the building. They sold it last year and moved to a new church in Bradenton this past January. It's a very good concept, though, I have to say. There's a a lot of people want to go to their religious services, but they're like, I got to get dressed up, and then what about the kids acting out? And so I give it to them. I mean, that's a good concept. So I think a lot of people probably are sad to see that piece of history.
It's been around there a long time. I was there. I talked there many years ago, 20 years ago. I think I gave a talk there. So we're talking hot weather right now, though, and it is going to stick around too. Not many storms around KCK webcam. Good beach weather though. If you're out by the water, it was not too bad. I was out there with Captain Johnny. And a little bit of breeze, keeping things a bit cooler on the waters as the breeze kicked in finally. And it looks as though we have a few showers, a little bit more, but not as much as you would expect. Some storms developing along the sea breeze front, just enough heat of the day and just a little bit of moisture at the surface, creating a few spotty showers, if you will. One right there, one lone shower. It's all we can find. Into Charlotte County now, a little bit of activity east of I-75 and then into DeSoto County, southeast of Arcadia. Those are the cells that will get a little bit stronger in time. 91 right now, the heat index at 98. We have a dew point temperature of 71 and winds out of the west at 13. The pressure 30.02 inches. The winds will be rather light. We'll have them out of the northwest anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then a little sea breeze developing again tomorrow afternoon. You'll see that kick in just after 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. and then switch back around to a northeasterly direction tomorrow night. Forecast doesn't change much. The rain chance at 30% for some late day storms. Other than that, look for partly cloudy skies and temperatures warming up pretty quickly. As a result of the lack of rainfall, it won't take long for that sun to heat the ground and that ground then to heat the air and cause temperatures to pick up into the upper 80s as early as 11 o'clock to near 90 degrees. Futurecast, here's a look. Not much rain in the forecast. A few storms tonight will be inland and eventually fade away. Tomorrow we'll start off with a mixture of sun and clouds, just a few chances for a few scattered showers along the sea breeze front later on in the afternoon, as those will have a tendency to push inland. And with the frontal boundary to our north, we're going to keep in this westerly pattern. And with that west pattern, particularly here along the west coast of Florida, that usually favors inland storms. So not much going along the coast, but sometimes you can get a land breeze during the overnight hours and a few showers popping up in the Gulf of Mexico early on in the day. But with the main threat of any significant rainfall well to the east of I-75. On a national scene, you can see quiet weather right now throughout much of Arkansas, Louisiana. Some showers around an old frontal boundary now moving through Georgia and Alabama, and then the cooler air to the northern portions of the northern plain states. Well, for boaters tomorrow, winds will be out of the northwest. That's how they'll start off and then turn to the west at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be less than 2 feet, and the bays and inland waters will be mostly smooth out there. And the water temperature now at 89 degrees, and that is taken at the end of the Venice Pier. UV index will be high at 11, and beaches will see a high right around 89 degrees with sunshine in the mix. Now, as tides go, low tide for Sarasota Bay will be at 10:46 and a high tide at 4:32. Sunset at 8:22, sunrise at 6:52. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy, warm and sticky, 79 for a low, north winds at 5 to 10. Tomorrow, not much change, just a little bit better chance for some scattered storms, mainly in the afternoon, a high near 90 degrees. And then as we take a look at the extended forecast, it calls for still relatively dry weather on Friday. Rain chances at 40%, but then things really start to pick up on Sunday. That rain chance at 60%, and that could be at most any time during the day. And 70% on Monday. Temperatures cooler a little bit on Sunday through Wednesday of next week, at least as a result of the cloud cover and extra storms that will be around. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on 41 in the northbound lanes. This is near Fruitville Road in Sarasota. And remember, you can find out about important road closures and crashes instantly on your phone. All you have to do is download the My Suncoast app. You will get traffic alerts, important news updates, and weather forecasts delivered directly to your phone. In health news tonight, a groundbreaking advancement to help patients requiring stem cell therapies for spinal cord injury, stroke, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's disease. According to a new study published in Nature Communications, this would help any condition requiring tissue regeneration. Researchers say their latest work may lead to materials that manage stem cells for more effective regenerative therapies. It will also allow scientists to find new ways to control cell function. One possibility is using a developed synthetic material to signal neural stem cells to proliferate and then stop when necessary. Don't stress about skipping your workout or compare your fitness to others. Just try to feel good about whatever exercise you are able to accomplish. Apparently, just thinking that you're not exercising as much as you should be or as much as others may be harmful. That's according to a study in the journal Health Psychology. People who thought they were less active than their peers had a greater chance of dying younger, even if their actual activity levels were the same. The research suggests that the health perks of exercise may not come just from physical activity, but also how people feel and think about it. If you're having a hard time getting motivated to work out, a new app could help you. It pairs you with a fitness buddy. ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter tells us about this app that was created right here in Sarasota.
It may look like your modern-day dating app, but it's not. Instead, it's an app that connects fitness fanatics right here in Sarasota.
The fitness industry is just like booming right now, and it really wanted to kind of tap into it at the right moment.
That moment was now, as Sarasota native Scott Busey says the purpose for his fitness app, FitGrit, was to connect people who want to work out together.
Fitness is just such an awesome thing. I mean, people feel so good when they start working out and they start, losing weight or gaining muscle and stuff like that, and I really wanted to be able to make an impact.
FitGrit allows you to meet up with people in your area to exercise with, and using the app is simple. First, you choose your fitness interests such as yoga, cycling, tennis, CrossFit, you name it. From there, you'll be able to see other people in your area with similar fitness interests, and then you have the option to meet up.
It's like a tool, you know, you want to meet people to go work out with. You don't know anybody down here. What a better way to get to know somebody than to go to like do a workout with them or go do CrossFit, maybe even paddleboarding. That's one of our interests on there, and the categories keep growing.
And it's not just millennials using the app. Busey says they have about 1,000 downloads, ranging from the young to the old.
But it's just for people to connect, get to know one another and have that common interest, because fitness is a lifestyle. It's not just like a hobby or anything like that. The people that do it, you know, they're in here every day.
The app is free and available on both Apple and Android phones. Busey says he doesn't know of any other fitness app of this kind and hopes his grassroots effort here in Sarasota will make its way into the hands of fitness communities across the world.
In the United States, I really haven't came across anything that's anything like our app. I'd love for it to go global, but nationally would be awesome for it to be all over. I think that'd be really cool.
In Sarasota, Jacqueline Matter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Sounds like a good idea. Coming up, a potentially revolutionary project, how a robot could change the way emergency personnel execute search and rescue missions. Plus, mass evacuations along the French Riviera, what firefighters and soldiers are doing to contain these raging wildfires.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Junior, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Fast-moving wildfires are raging across southern France. More than 10,000 people were evacuated overnight near the popular resort of Saint-Tropez. A combination of strong winds, high temperatures, and a lack of rain are fueling these fires. More than 100 firefighting operations have been launched since these fires broke out. Planes are dropping water bombs on the wildfires. In all, more than 4,000 firefighters and soldiers have been deployed to the region. Mechanical engineers at Stanford are developing a robotic worm that can grow like a vine. The robot can grow 25,000 times in size using a process called eversion. Air or liquid pressure is pumped into the soft, flexible chamber, forcing it inside out and extending its size. It can squeeze through small holes, grow around corners, even lift heavy objects. One prototype even featured a built-in camera at the tip to help guide the robot. Researchers say the device could be ideal for use in search and rescue missions. The 92nd annual Pony Swim is in the books. Every year, people from all over visit Virginia to witness this unique event. Spectators stand along the shore to watch a group of ponies make a short swim and come ashore. They completed the journey very quickly. All of the ponies were out of the water in less than 5 minutes. Life is pretty good for some pandas enjoying kindergarten. A group of baby pandas are enjoying school at the China Conservation and Research Center. The little cubs get to play on a fully equipped playground with wheelbarrows, swings, and bamboo. Their favorite. Very, very cute. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a detailed account of what it's like to be attacked by an alligator. A man who was hospitalized in Charlotte County speaks out about his experience. That's straight ahead.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve.
Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.